Hello and welcome to the Unusual Comparison Podcast with me, Ronnie Pontin.
And me, Will Martineau.
Yeah, I'm a special guest, second time in the week, and you are free to introduce yourself. It's okay to say that you were kidnapped. We already established with my last special guest, I did tell the world that I did kidnap them just for this.
I wasn't kidnapped. No, I wasn't.
Weren't you?
I honestly wasn't. I came here willingly.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
was the bag of your head just excess then?
Yeah, I really enjoyed the bag over my head. You know, it added to the whole excitement of the thing, and
it's like surprise kitchen.
Yeah, exactly. I was kind of expecting a dungeon or maybe like a cavern, like a back cave kind of thing.
I'm moving the mic towards you just because you're so much taller than me.
Yeah, I mean, I was always told I had a loud voice, but then I also mumble a lot. Loud, so I'm hoping that
you're
I
also
come
taller,
across.
so I'm closer to the mic.
That's true. Although you know what I realized?
Close to the ground.
I have no idea how tall I am.
I can tell you're a tall man, but I can't tell you how tall.
Well,
I'm 5'3".
You're 5'. No way, you 5'3".
Yeah. Okay,
you seem way taller than
Stand next to me.
All right.
This is great for an audio podcast. All right, if I'm 5'3",
God.
you're like a foot taller than me.
Yeah, shit, dude.
You're like,
damn.
You've got to be at least 6 foot.
I could cut off my head and put it on your head, and I'd still be taller than you.
That's a great vision.
Jesus.
You can like almost stare into your eyes.
That's crazy.
You can stare into your eyebrows.
Yeah.
This has already gone off track. If you've never listened to the Unusual Comparison Podcast before,
You should be. What are you doing?
We put random categories into a random generator. We see what number we get, and we are forced to compare two things that we don't know. It's literally on air. People have questioned this before, but no, literally.
No, it's best to do this way.
We sit in front of it. Like, if you listen to the Mario versus Miley Cyrus episode, you'll realise that we did not plan that. That can't have been planned.
Mario versus Miley Cyrus.
Yeah, you should listen to it.
Who won?
Oh, it's not like a fight. It's just comparing. We basically concluded that Miley Cyrus, Disney probably should have held on to her for a little bit longer and eased her into a life without contract.
Yeah.
Instead of just like abandoning her, and she had to find her own way in this world.
Yeah.
And Mario should not have made a film.
Mario made a film?
Yeah.
No way.
It's got like 17% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh, shit.
I think I watched it once, but I can't remember.
I kind of want to watch it now, though, Maybe on like a really late night.
That never-ending story. Just list them.
Never-ending story, Mario. All of which will be watched at like 6:30 in the morning.
That's the best way to watch film.
Excellent.
All right. So first category we've got up is 20. 20 is the Guy Fawkes plot.
Oh, interesting. Didn't expect that.
Yeah, I've seen that so often when looking through the categories. I was not afraid of it, but
well, you should
wondering
be afraid.
how accurate I would be about it, because.
Well, I mean, you learned it in primary school, right? I feel like everyone must have, like, who was educated in England.
If you're from England, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, but I know people from like prep schools, private schools, all sorts of schools. Everyone learns about the goddamn Guy Fawkes plot. It's like essential to British history.
Also, if you watch V for Vendetta, you get something.
Oh man, yeah. Have you read the comic?
No,
That's
I want
sick.
to.
It's so good.
Everything is pretty accurate to the film, though. So.
I haven't actually seen the film. Only read the comic. I'm one of those bastards.
Add that film to your list.
I will. This 6:30 a.m. is going to go on for a while. But
you might have to start like 3. And then...
Yeah, maybe.
All right, our second category.
But about Guy Fawkes though. Before we move on, like I just realized when you said that I literally know crap all about. I can't even remember when it happened, whether it was in the 1600s or the 1800s. I feel like
Elizabeth I was like a teenager when this happened.
Oh really? So it was proper recent then.
No, that's second. Elizabeth I.
Yeah. See, I know crap all.
Yeah, I know. It's gonna need Wikipedia.
God, I got found out.
We're gonna have to Wikipedia this.
You know what? Let's move on. I don't want to be thrown up for my ignorance. I'm gonna continue in the dark.
Okay, our second one is 43. Did I put the right amount of number? Do we have 43? We did. Perfume Adverts.
Perfume Adverts. You were saying you didn't want this to come up.
I said I didn't want this to come up. Guy Fawkes plot and Perfume Adverts. Well,
I quite like. Well, actually, no. I mean, I feel like have you ever seen Perfume Adverts when they make them like a film, basically?
Yeah. I mean, there's nothing really new about a perfume advert, though.
Ooh, that's a bold statement right there, Ronnie.
I feel like they don't do anything new with them. History of the gunpowder plot. We know what it is. I'm gonna trust Wikipedia more for this because I don't like.
Yeah, my mum's always crapping on Wikipedia, and I'm like, Mum, it's actually a damn reliable website. And if you don't trust it, they have the friggin' bibliography right at the bottom. If there's something you think it's a piece of crap, then you can chase it up.
I don't think a person who's ever used Wikipedia before has actually looked at the bibliography and clicked it.
I have a personal confession. I use Wikipedia all the time for my essays because I'm an English student.
Yeah.
And I bloody go on Wikipedia the entire time. And to make sure that it doesn't look like I'm using Wikipedia for my referencing, because
use the bibliography.
Go down to bibliography and go on the goddamn books there and the little online resources. It is. I'm actually quite proud of myself for doing this.
I, as a film student, have used IMDb.
Not
as a reference, but their information.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. That's totally fine.
It's because IMDb is like the Wikipedia of film sites.
Yeah, exactly.
It's the most used, but is it the most trustworthy? I probably put that too close to you. You have moved further and further away from me.
Well, no, it's because I want to put my elbow on the table and like survey the scene. You know, so I feel like a cowboy and a.
Yes.
No.
I've blown the audio. This, like, as you will not know, audio listeners, because you cannot see a thing. This is like the microphone is lent inside a mug to hold it up.
It says drink coffee. Do stupid things faster with more energy.
That pretty much sums up the point of coffee.
Mug. Yeah.
I like it too. I got it for my birthday when I was like 15 from a friend.
Really? Oh, it's an odd mug.
Yeah. I've also been drinking coffee since about 15.
Oh no, man. I mean, I couldn't have coffee as a kid. Otherwise, I'd just send me reeling off into other dimensions. Wouldn't be able to come back for a while.
I already had the high energy. High energy on kids with ADHD just brings you down.
Really?
Yeah.
Brings you down?
Yeah. It's like I have opposite effects on most drugs.
That's like a paradox. What the hell? How does that work?
Yeah, science. Brain psychology stuff. Question mark.
That's insane.
Yeah, so coffee's always been helpful. Like, it keeps my body awake, but like my brain's like evening out. It's like,
it doesn't like throw it off the rails or anything.
No. What we have gone off the rails on is this podcast.
I'm totally sorry. That was my fault. I leant away and then he pushed the mug.
I was very happy to walk away from the subject of Guy Fawkes. Yeah, okay. So
in a way, I want to find out more, but I don't want this to be a history lesson.
1605 to be exact.
It was the 1600s after all.
What's the Gazette? It says gunpowder.
And there were loads of them as well, weren't there? And then they all fucked off. And then Guy Fawkes was left to take the rap. Yeah, it was basically like
all his friends. He got all his friends like, all right, we're gonna do this. And all his friends were like, yeah, we're gonna do it. And then he was the one at the party. He was there by himself. He had brought all the drinks.
Yes,
he got the music set up. And then the cops bust him without any of his friends being there.
He's like, the loneliest party ever. We're all gonna go on a mad night out. We're all gonna take a bunch of coke.
Everyone said yes on Facebook. Everyone said yes on Facebook. They were up for it.
Yeah, exactly. And everyone's like, a few people were in the sidelines a bit like, oh, don't know, guy. Don't know if I want to take cocaine.
I don't know if I'm up for that tonight.
Yeah, exactly. But he's like, no, let's have a mad one.
Yeah.
And then they all just
and then
the cops bust him and he's left there with like 5 grams just on his countertop. And he's just Yeah. Well, that's why you shouldn't take Class A drugs or any drugs, in that matter. Apart from coffee.
Yeah, listen, what I was saying before about Perfume Adverts not being original is that I feel like each time it's a woman trying to attract a man in a weird setting. That is basically... Yeah,
it does seem kind of like a dreamlike setting.
Like, there's ones on the trains, there's ones in Italy somewhere, there's ones at a giant party.
Yeah, but it's always filmed in some way where it's kind of like...
Yeah, it's got to be like, ooh.
Yeah.
I've got to...
And there's mirrors usually.
Oh yeah, mirrors of course, because they've got to see this girl at all angles to know
exactly.
the perfume is just making her more attractive.
You've got to be able to see her tits and her ass in the same shot, because sexualizing bodies.
Yep, and her face turns just slightly, so you don't actually get the entire face, but you get the hair, and the hair's very important.
And a bit of side boob, all that great
that's
stuff.
very important.
But then, you know what, like, I can say that it sounds bad because I'm a white man, so it's hard for me to say any of these things without sounding like a dickhead. But there are obviously quite a lot of male perfume adverts. I think
there are, but those are technically what are they called? What's male perfume called?
Aftershave. Yes.
Aftershave. Yeah. Why is it called?
Because you want to sound manly. Because I shaved with a blade. There was a knife involved.
Do you have to shave to be able to use aftershave? What if you got like a full?
No, I put aftershave on all the time, and I usually put it on my chest as well.
Yeah, but
so I obviously don't really shave my chest. So there you go.
I suppose because aftershave's like for the beard area.
Yeah, like just
like perfume is like people perfume is meant to be around the neck. No one puts it on the hands as well, the wrists as well.
Why do people put it on the wrists?
It's because you go you smudge your wrists together and then you shove them on your neck, so you don't have it like all over your hands.
Oh.
I think.
Ew.
Also because they're like key smelling areas. I don't know.
Start putting perfume
I'm not a very feminine woman. I do not know that much about perfume. Also, I don't know. Smells are really aggressive to me. Like nice smells. I work in a shop that sells that kind of stuff like that.
I remember you saying,
Yeah, there's loads of perfumes in there, and everyone's like, "What's your favorite? Do you prefer the jasmine or the rose, and I'm like, neither. I'd rather just have the smell of water around me.
Something very kind of like.
There's like an orange smell one, and I can deal with that. But I think
is it orange blossom or one of those?
No, it's like orange. It's like orange and zesty. Oh, okay. We've also got like lime and stuff.
Zesty.
But but like when men, it's like, especially like Valentine's Day the other week, it was like, husbands coming in like, what perfume do women like? And we're like, well,
you are a female. What would you want?
So what I love is when people come in, they're like, because I'm the youngest person who works there, then she go, what do teenagers want? And I literally like whisper to them, nothing from here. Do not buy.
Really?
Yeah, it's like a very yummy mummy shop. Yeah, and it's like, it has the taste of yummy mummy. Like you have to be like 30 to appreciate something.
As a teenager, I feel like you want something either really expensive that your friends will be jealous of, or you just want something cool.
Or something
stupid. Or you just want money. Yeah, something stupid. Yeah. But, just quickly.
Yep.
With the aftershave and perfume thing.
Yes, bring
so
back
obviously you have aftershave adverts.
Yeah.
And do perfume adverts. Men are very sexualized too in those adverts. Not the same level. Not the same level, because there aren't really like loads of pictures of a man's ass in like.
Well, it's a different kind of thing, because
muscles,
as someone who knows about film theory, this is the thing. All right, so women, what you're meant to see is you're meant to objectify the woman. You're meant to see them as, I am attracted to that person. As a gay woman as well, you kind of fall into that trap. There's actually not that much written on it. I want to write a dissertation about this, about how you're meant to fall into the trap of liking the image as well. But as a woman, you kind of object to it as well. You're like, I don't like the objectification.
That was such a good article.
I like the sexualization of it. There's quite a few, but none of them actually like proper.
Because it's like a some kind of, not paradox, but like an odd contrast.
It's like I don't know where I should feel on this.
Because you're kind of like, you bastards, and at the same time you're like, well, she is hot.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing with a lot of the adverts. It's like, in the end, you know what? She's doing this advert because, But
then you can say like she was brought up in a society which, told her that this is what she should be doing.
The thing with perfume adverts is, you can't really have a perfume advert that isn't sexualized, You can't really have like, oh, she smells like flowers and it's all a very happy day.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like a perfume advert that wasn't sexualized would be an air freshener advert.
Yes.
You know what
exactly.
I
mean? That's exactly what it is. That's the exact difference. But the thing about the male is that you're meant to identify with the man. You want to be this cool guy who goes to these parties.
Oh yeah, true.
You want to be this guy that can pull all these ladies. And it's the difference. And it's a big.
Really true,
there's things written about like James Bond, in terms of like the girls are meant to fall in love with him, the guy's meant to want to be him, kind of thing. So his shots, even when he's got like his shirt off, walking through that water, of course women enjoy it because they're like, oh yes, it's sexy Daniel Craig. Yeah. But the guys are like, wow, I wish I was that man.
Yeah, that's really true actually. Because it's not like there's a girl who guys are lusting after being like, God, I guess. You kind of do, but then it's like an indirect way because it's via James Bond's muscular body that you want to.
I think girls can appreciate, like straight girls can appreciate the female form. Yeah. I think guys find it less admit to it less when they can appreciate it. Because I know straight girls will see like definitely. I don't know who's a good example. Who's the actress? Sofia Vergara, what her name is in Modern Family? She's the main one I can think of right now. She's
been in something else as well, hasn't she?
She was in a film called like Bring the Heat or something. With Reese Witherspoon.
Bring her up.
Sofia Vergara.
Google it.
Anyway,
yes, she's in Chef. She's in Chef. That's a
Hot Pursuit. That's it. Hot Pursuit. She's in a film with Reese Witherspoon where she's like
buddy
a
cop
cartel
film,
wife. Yeah, well, she's like a cartel wife, and Reese Witherspoon's a cop who's trying to keep her in protective safety or whatever. It's a good film. I watched it on a plane, so I clearly enjoyed it way more than I normally would. But there's nothing else to do.
Planes totally mess up your perception of films.
You've got to enjoy a film more on a plane.
You know what's hilarious? My dad never ever cries unless he's watching a film on a plane. He says it's something to do with the altitude. I don't know what it is, but it's hilarious.
I think altitude just immediately
really gets him. I don't understand. He doesn't cry at anything else, but it's just, for some reason there's one specific thing.
I think it's because you have to be so in tune with a movie on a plane. Because you don't care that you're in a loud plane with a child screaming and people queuing up for the toilet behind you. Yeah. You don't want to think about that, or you don't want to think about how you could die if the plane broke.
You definitely don't want to think about that.
You just want to think about being on the plane. But
true.
I don't even remember how we got to this tangent now.
Yeah, I feel like this is my fault.
Don't worry, I go with it. I completely go with it. So,
Sophia.
We've got to actually compare. Yeah, so I'm saying.
We're going to compare them now.
Sorry, I'll do that quickly. It's like, I think Sofia Vergara is one of those, especially, it's like, women will be like, I find Sofia Vergara attractive, and that's very easy to say. Do you think there was a guy Like that, it's very easy for guys to admit they're attractive.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it depends on what demographic you're talking about. But like Tom Hardy.
Chris Pratt and Tom Hardy I've heard the most of recently.
I feel like guys prefer to say they're attracted to manly dudes.
Yeah.
Because then
it's also like an embodiment of what they could.
Exactly.
Like, it's like one of what you want to be, like I was saying before.
And like for guys like saying you're attracted to another dude. Sometimes it can always feel like, shit, am I saying there's a guy out there who's better than me? I shouldn't say that. That's terrible. Yeah. Oh, now I sound like a loser. But it's like, okay, fine, I'll just pick a fucking superhero and pick them. Then it's fine. Obviously, they're better than me. Obviously, Tom Hardy is like,
yeah, you
know, he's like supreme. So no one feels bad saying I totally screw Tom Hardy.
Yeah.
Unless you are just a total homophobe.
Yeah.
And then it's like, whereas you can't. It's harder to say about a dude like
I think an older one.
An effeminate male actor. Yeah, an older one maybe.
I know, like it's in like older in age. It's in like Marlon Brando used to be the older one. Like it's like not even that long ago, but people would be like, young Marlon Brando. That is a good looking dude.
He is. Well, yeah.
Okay, we've got to get back to this. Okay, so how can we compare?
Just going through lists and lists of like attractive people.
We've got to compare Gunpowder Plot to Perfume Adverts. So I mean.
Which one would you rather be in? A Perfume advert or the Gunpowder Plot?
Like, as in one of the people that didn't... as in Guy Fawkes or the guy that wasn't involved in the Gunpowder Plot?
Man, that was a battle. There was totally a battle. At Holbetch House.
Isn't that like... I don't know.
Curious.
I think there was the assassination attempts after the plot failed.
Yeah.
Because they were like, oh shit, no one else turned up. You know, it's like one of those parties where you say you're going to turn up, but then you're like, oh, you know what, this person is going, I don't want to go.
Yeah.
And then everyone kind of had that same reaction. They're like, oh, you know what, if I don't
or
go,
that you were only going to go for this person and then they're pulling out anyway. So you're like,
well, I think everyone thought everyone else was going to go. Or maybe they just went, you know what, Guy Fawkes is pretty insane. I didn't want to do cocaine. I really don't. Let's all just say we're going to go and not go and learn this lesson.
Or was Fawkes supposed to go on his own? Was Guy supposed to be done there on his own? Just
I think he was meant to light the barrels or whatever, but he was.
Oh no! It says he was guarding them, so he was probably chilling there the whole time because obviously they couldn't like just leave him there.
I think he was guarding them, but they were meant to go do something else, like distract guards or something, and they didn't bother.
Coffee.
Yeah. They were like, we'll come back.
I'm just gonna get a pint.
It'll be fine.
Get a Guinness. Be back in a bit.
You know what it's like? You get one pint, you get distracted, you get a second, and then your friend's getting busted.
For the 36 barrels of gunpowder.
36 barrels.
Standard Tuesday night. The standard Tuesday night.
And then you get called like, oh Will, I've got to bail you out now. What are you thinking?
Man, this is insane though.
Did you know? Like,
I didn't know all this.
So I know the plan was to blow up the House of Lords. I'm just like maybe saying it for like American listeners. The plan was to blow up the House of Lords during the state opening of England's Parliament on 5th of November, 1605. As the rhyme goes, you know, remember, the 5th of November.
Yeah.
Gunpowder, treason, and...
Yeah. But then they got scuppered on the 4th.
Yeah.
Which is my sister's birthday.
Yeah.
So
do you know what I don't understand? Why we set fire to a thing of Guy Fawkes... An effigy of Guy Fawkes every year on 5th of November.
It's pretty fucked up, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like you know how like normally like say bringing it down a bit, but 9/11 when terrorist attacks happen, we're literally like, let's remember these victims. With Guy Fawkes, it's like a failed attack, so we should like burn the guy who was gonna blow us up. But
that is really true. Yeah, we totally
like the Brixton bombings. We don't remember.
But then I guess it's almost because it didn't succeed. So this is totally thwarted. So nobody actually got hurt. And
so then we can just be like, oh, it was all on this guy.
Yeah, this
it's like we think of like IRA stuff. We don't figure out we don't remember the exact guy's name who did this, and we're just like, yep, let's set him on fire every year.
Yeah. God, it's probably old now. We've been doing this for 210 years. To 11.
How soon after?
No, 400. Sorry, 400.
How soon after did we start setting fire to him every year? Because surely for years they were like, "Whoa, too soon. We could all get blown up. Let's not blow up. Let's not."
When did they start setting fire to him?
Bonfire night. It's 1606.
You know what? I bet they just did it straight away. I bet they were like, fuck this guy.
It was the year after. And the year after, they literally just decided, you know what? We're just going to set a picture of an effigy of him on fire every year.
Yeah.
Because we almost died.
Or
It's also kind of like...
Or it's just a piece of total propaganda.
Yeah.
It's totally a conspiracy. It's totally just...
Like perfume adverts. It's all a conspiracy. If you use perfume, you aren't necessarily going to get pulled that night.
I think it does actually...
Not get pulled.
You know what, though? I got to say, I think it greatly increases your chances.
Do you think it works?
Totally works. Like,
but it's not... I don't think it's like the key factor. I don't think it's the key factor.
What is the key factor, though? Is there one? Or is it just like a sum of parts?
I mean, it's a sum of parts. I mean... I'm gonna be devil's advocate and say attractiveness is probably the first key. But then perfume is attractiveness, you know? Yeah, but you won't know the smell of someone until you approach them, and you approach them because they look good. And then you find out they smell good, and then you find out if their personality is decent.
I guess.
By talking to them.
Oh, of course. You'd never...
I think smell second then. I think smell second.
Personality is totally part of that.
No, but like...
Of course, don't be silly.
That'd be the third thing you notice of them. I think the smell would come second. Actually, that is pretty close.
But have you ever had it where like you're in a bar or at a party or something,
and
you're just chatting with your friend, and then you're like, "Damn, that is a really nice smell," and you don't want to be a total creep and be like, what is that lovely scent? But you're like, that smells really nice. I gotta say, and then you see this person standing next to you and they've appeared, and then you know that they seem like very friendly and like they're kind of cute or whatever, and then it's just like, well, you know what, you smell fucking fantastic, so you know it's
gonna work out. Let's go.
No, it's like it invites in your head a sense of someone being well groomed, someone caring about like you know, so it almost reassures you at the same time that they're not like
slop.
Yeah, almost, because I think
put effort in.
And I think the reason that aftershave gets such a big kind of audience as perfume does is because women care a lot about men being well groomed.
Yeah,
which is understandable because we're pretty gross a lot of the time. But like,
yeah,
I don't know.
I mean, I think it's a good point because like in a world of where when we go to parties and bars now, it just stinks of BO. Because it's warm, everyone's dancing, they get a bit sway. Yeah. I think maybe, I think that perfume is a good point where it's just like, if they smell good compared to the other sweaty mass of humans, there's that. Yeah,
definitely. And if you can actually like pull that off despite everything around you reeking of crap, and yet you're still like a little beacon of, orange zest or whatever heck, then that's pretty damn impressive. And also,
do you have a favourite smell then?
Oh, well, I do have an aftershave, but I can't actually remember what it's called right now. So I got it for my birthday.
No, it's in like on a go. Like you smell that and you're like, yes, they've picked a smell I like.
Sweat. No, that's
they don't need perfume. They just pick up the sweaty person at the bar.
I don't know. I mean, I obviously got favourite smells in terms of food. Yeah. I'm a real sucker, a real for like toast. If
someone smells like got toast person.
Someone smells like toast. I'd marry them and take them home to meet my parents. That would be incredible.
He came in eating toast to this podcast.
I did come in eating toast. That's the thing. I'm trying to spread the word. Everyone should smell toast. But no, I don't know, man. I mean.
I agree with food things. Like I said, I like the smell of orange. I like the smell of lime. Yeah. I think it's because they also remind me of like my actual process in terms of like I prefer shower gel and like hair stuff that smells like fruit because I know
it sounds like kind of cleanly.
Yeah, I mean like especially like summer fruits for the summer. You get strawberry smells in the summer. Yeah. But like during winter, you want the mint, you want the lime because
vanilla.
You
maybe?
have. Maybe I think it's more spring.
Okay, yeah.
I feel like mint and like lime. What it's good for is in the winter when you have to shower in the morning.
Yeah.
And that wakes you up. The smell of mint in the morning that wakes you up more than anything.
That is totally true.
And then I think maybe it reminds me of my morning process. Yeah, I would use that smell myself. I like that smell.
You were totally on something because the herb mint, genuinely scientifically, with a capital S for science.
Science TM.
It wakes you up. It does. It actually whatever the heck hormones help to your reawakening, and lavender, so it makes you sleepy.
Oh, I hate the smell of lavender. I genuinely hate.
You know what, my friend? Maybe you just like being awake.
I do. Maybe that's the deal. I do like being awake. I hate sleep. I actually genuinely do.
You know what? Like
I seem to like it more now I'm at university. I don't know what it is. It's not like I'm doing more work. I feel like I'm doing less work than I did before.
But at least you're not just snoozing the whole time.
I can't take naps as a human being. I cannot take naps. No. The only time I've taken naps is like when I'm really hungover.
Do you sit down in bed though and you're just like it's like 4 PM, you've already done quite a bit of work that day. It's already dark outside because it's winter.
I play video games.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, fair. Okay. I can see that.
I don't like napping.
I also thought, just before we came onto the subject of napping and sleepiness, of a great crossover between Guy Fawkes and Perfume is that one of my favourite smells, genuinely, is bonfires.
Do you know what?
Love the smell of a good bonfire.
One of the most popular candles we sell at the shop is Fireside, and it's a smell I can actually genuinely get behind. It smells like a fire, not like the bad ash and the fumes of a fire. It smells just like the nice, comforting fire smell.
Yeah,
and it's actually really good.
It warms you up in a weird way.
Yeah. It's like a shot of gin, not gin.
Yes.
Whiskey. Yes.
Yeah, whiskey, totally, man.
It's like whiskey for the soul.
And I love whiskey as well, and I hate gin. Whiskey's probably the only spirit that I really do like. You know when you pretend you like vodka when you're a fresher, and actually don't.
Yeah, I think
really
I gave up pretending I liking vodka when I was like 18.
Yeah.
17 maybe. Like, you're like, I drink vodka, you take 2 or whatever, and you're like, I really hate it. It smells like ethanol.
Yeah.
I mean, I know that's what it mostly is, but it smells like nail varnish. I can't...
It's
I don't know if you've met the smell of nail varnish before?
I've worn nail varnish. I mean, not sorry. Wait. Oh, nail varnish remover.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, with the little swab.
I
was amazed at how quickly nail varnish came off with that thing.
It depends, man. How many layers you're doing, what the things are.
See,
like, if you use like black, you normally have to put like a couple layers on.
That makes sense.
As an emo 14-year-old, I did wear black nail varnish. I stopped wearing them now because I bite my nails too much anyway. But you just you put it on and it's still then you have to keep going for a few hours.
Yeah.
But no, that's like the nail varnish remover. That's what vodka smells like to me. You have to hide it in like a couple of other mixes, not the smell. The smell of whiskey, I may not like it as a drink that much. The smell of it is fine by itself.
It's a groovy drink. It reminds me of bonfires through and through.
But
does one of these things have to win, by the way? Does the gunpowder
have
to defeat Perfume?
It's just like, at this point, I'm trying to say which episodes we've successfully compared and which ones we haven't.
I see.
I think like one of the failures was selfies versus vloggers. Because I did that by myself at 2 a.m. You'd think it's an easy subject, but I still somehow messed that up. I think what the problem was is number 1, it was 2 a.m.
That is an issue.
Yeah, and number 2, they're so close. They're so similar that during comparisons, it's like saying there's a comparison
about video and a photograph, basically.
Like a sponge cake and a chocolate cake. There is the difference in that one is chocolate, one's sponge.
Obviously, you go for the chocolate cake. Why would you ever go for the sponge cake unless you were like allergic to chocolate or something?
Cake, but if I was forced, I would rather have a Victoria sponge than chocolate cake.
What? Why?
Chocolate cakes taste like powder. I've never had a genuinely good
That's not a good chocolate cake then. That's a crap chocolate cake.
Maybe I've not had enough.
This is why I don't like cake.
And the main ones like I've had is like they feel like taste like too much like fudge because I've chocolate fudge cake as well. Yeah. Or like they're just too thick. They're too decadent. Well, I like the simple Victoria sponge.
Decadent.
Yes.
That is a good way to describe a cake.
Yeah, they're decadent.
The decadent cake. Yes.
I prefer.
Sounds like a really crap
muffins to cupcakes and stuff.
I
like more savoury, I think, when it comes to baking stuff.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I like it more as I get older. You know, I'm 20 now, so I get a bit more boring.
Yeah.
But I have always had a sweet tooth. Apart from Haribo, what is the deal with Haribo? Everyone loves that shit so goddamn much. What the hell, man? What the fuck?
I actually don't like Haribo all that much.
Good. We stand united, man.
To me, it's like I also don't like Coke because...
Really?
Yeah, because I have it and it tastes like my teeth are melting.
Oh my god.
Like, I have fine teeth, they're fine, but it feels like there's so much sugar. I actually like...
Your teeth are well straight. Do you have braces?
No, I never wore braces. They are quite yellow. I blame that on a couple of things in my life.
No, they're yellow.
Yeah, they're a little bit. But they are... they do have some problems with them. I have had a lot of fillings in my life because as a kid, I ate too much fruit.
You had too much fruit.
I had a lot of strawberries and
that
oranges.
Fructose.
It's not that, it's citric acid. I had so much citric acid that I had a lot of fruit juice.
Really?
I would just have like juice bottles one after another. They ruined my teeth. Because my mum was very adamant from a young age that we would not have that much sugar. Like we got like a chocolate bar a week and that would be our sugar intake.
And yet...
Despite all that, I found a way to get from natural sugars to ruin my teeth. Which is, I mean, my teeth look fine from the front, so it's all good. So no one has to worry.
Yeah.
They're actually evened out now. Because apparently I've stopped eating so much fruit. They're expensive. How expensive are fruit and vegetables? Like...
I can't believe it. Seriously.
Like, people always want you to eat healthier, and I want to eat healthier, but sometimes you kind of look at how much... you get a bulk price of pasta... You get bulk pasta for like 40p.
Yeah, that's pretty decent.
And then you're looking at fruit and like a bowl of strawberries and it's like, can be like £2. Pretty
healthy though. Like, I mean, I find it's
not unhealthy, but it's no fruit or veg.
Yeah, it's certainly not a strawberry, is it?
No.
But I mean...
We have gone off topic again.
I'm sorry,
but maybe the fact that I like the fruit smell so much more is because I ate a lot of fruit as a kid.
Yeah, that makes sense. That
Yeah.
Huh.
So wait, what does your aftershave smell like? Just smelling yourself.
Like.
I feel like most of them just smell musky.
Yeah.
Like there's no like definitive smell. It just smells musky.
It smells kind of. Wait, I mean.
Like how most female perfumes, they just smell like a flower, but you can't place the flower because it's just a mix at this point. It's just smells of flowers.
I find the creation of perfume so interesting.
I went to
a
perfume factory once.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, I went to Fragonard when I went to Grasse in France.
That's in France, yeah.
Yeah, they have a little train that takes you around, and there was like a really cool like giant boiling pot kind of thing, which is just full of rose petals.
Yeah, it's crazy how they make it. They genuinely just like take actual objects and fucking... Yeah.
I mean, I like the smell of perfume, but the process was really cool. Yeah. Like, I was like in my head, it's like, I want to film this one day.
Yeah, and I feel like perfumes in a way that sometimes they're just a bit too smelly, almost, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's kind of nice just to have more perfumes that are kind of... They're more chilled out.
Yeah.
It's like...
that's like another thing about perfumes. Like, I didn't drink
indie
perfume more
perfumes instead of blockbuster perfumes. You know those blockbuster perfumes where they're like, yeah... Smell my. I didn't know there
were different phrases for that. Is that an actual phrase?
No, I'm making shit up here.
I don't know, but I believe it. Blockbuster perfumes. I know what you mean. They are the ones that you could smell across the side of the room, and you don't want it.
Yeah, and then the ones that you get the billboards for, and then you want like a nice little indie.
They're the exact ones that would be on perfume.
Art house perfume, like just Actually, no, an art house perfume would probably smell something like hay or like horse's tail.
There is like a perfume out there that smells like an old book, like paper. And I can't tell if that'd be a good thing.
Oh, an old book.
Like like a nice book, like smells like paper, like that kind of smell. Like,
I don't know if I'd want to smell like that. No,
I don't think I want to smell like it. I think a candle might be decent in it, but to actually smell of paper, I don't know.
Yeah, some of new books. New books smell pretty damn decent.
Yeah.
And then, what were you
saying? No, saying like, in terms of perfume adverts, do you remember any perfume or aftershave adverts that you enjoy? Like, I enjoyed 1 Million when it first came out. There was like, it's got like that catchy phrase, "You're not on the guest list." And it's like flashes from paparazzi as like someone walks in through like mostly cartoon, like into this club that clearly doesn't exist.
Yeah.
And also when they like click their hands and like things would appear, and you're like, they got like 100 wishes and they just want a perfume apparently.
Yeah.
They want a car and they want money. And I was like, you know what? If that, you're like almost like, does it give me wishes? I would buy this. Do I spray the perfume like a genie pops out and I get my wishes? Because that would be a great selling technique. Just tell everyone inside is a genie, or maybe 1 in every 100, and then you have to be like, I didn't get the genie, so I would buy a lot of that.
Yeah. When was that advert? That was a while ago.
It was. I feel like they keep reinventing the same sort of idea in that advert.
Yeah.
I haven't watched actual TV in a while. Because, with things like Netflix and YouTube, it's like, what's the point?
And especially as a student, because obviously not that many of us have an actual television. We just have laptops.
I mean, is the better way to live life without adverts? I feel like I consume too many adverts. On Sundays, when I go to my parents' house, though, we do watch Friends a little bit before with two of my siblings. That's nice. We just put Friends on for like 3 hours. Yeah. Because that's always on, and you just get so many adverts, and then you just like there in disparity, like why are adverts so constant? Why are they always there? Yeah. Who wants them?
Well, the thing is, we create them, I guess, indirectly.
Yeah, I mean.
And it's like, in a way, I
don't think I've ever been influenced by an advert to buy something.
You've never been influenced by an advert?
I've been influenced by like sponsors on one of my favourite podcasts advertise Squarespace, which is a website building website. Oh. So then you use it and then it builds a website for you, and I've used that for my portfolio. Oh, fair. Please sponsor us. Like, I'm just gonna throw name brands out here every time I'm on a podcast. Like, please sponsor us, and maybe one day it'll stick.
Well, we must have said a few already. We've already gone through like Coke, various, like a few different types.
1 million.
Perfume. Yeah, there you go.
Fragonard.
Yeah.
I feel like a really expensive French perfume really wants to sponsor this podcast.
Well, what's called in Fragonard, the perfume factory. I bet they have advertisements, man. They got for like the tourist, tourist stuff.
I don't think have.
Well, definitely.
I've seen an advert on TV, I think, before, or it was like before the cinema. I think it was actually might be in a cinema. You don't see perfume adverts that much in the cinema.
Yeah, that's true.
They're more like daytime TV.
And if you do see an advert, they're actually more like cultivated for cinema viewers. Like if you see a car advert, it will say something, like, I don't know. I remember seeing this one recently where this guy is like gonna drive a car into like a bunch of exploding barrels. Just
I've seen that.
One, and then it stops because it's like collision avoiding technology.
That advert space before films is just so expensive now. Only like cars and phones can afford it.
I don't know, because
there was like
is a big
Selfridges
industry
before Christmas, but that's probably because there was like the big Christmas boost.
Yeah, but then I feel like a lot of people who go to cinemas.
You keep moving further and
Sorry,
further
man.
away from the
I
microphone,
like leaning against your wall. I like feeling like a cowboy, man.
But, I'll move up closer. You can lean against the wall you like.
Oh, thanks.
Also, as I mentioned, you're tall, so I have to move the microphone accordingly. But luckily, you're quite loud as well
it is
me.
a benefit.
So you're just talking into it. Our levels seem fine, so we're probably alright. I can always
we can see the levels?
Yeah, you see the little lines there? That's our levels. What's your favourite perfume advert? What's your favourite part of Gunpowder Plot?
My favourite part of the Gunpowder Plot? I liked the part when I discovered that it was all a conspiracy, which I now, personally believe.
What is the conspiracy?
As a paranoid and apathetic member of the 21st century.
I love conspiracy theories, so please lay it on me.
I gotta tell you, I think this was all invented by James the First, who was the king of the time. I think it was James.
King James I of England, yep.
Probably wasn't even James.
6th of Scotland.
Oh, really? Wow, you had both.
So there's a lot of Jameses in Scotland. Why is there 6 of Scotland and 1 of England? Like, how many... Okay, leave it.
Nah, it probably wasn't actually James. It was probably head of...
it was led... I forgot this. The Gunpowder Plot was led by Catholics.
Yeah.
This is when we were... Were we Church of England, or was it we were Protestant?
If it's 1605, then we're Church of England, because Henry came before in the 1500s, I do believe. And he was like, no, you know what, fuck you, on divorce. I'm now king of the
the
church
Protestants
as well.
Protestants didn't have like
head of the church in England, that kind of thing. So basically, he superseded the Pope's right to have any say in anything ever in England.
I think it's like we took the church for we're like
And then later on Henry was like, you know what, actually Catholics don't want me to get divorced either, so fuck you guys, let's become Protestant as well. And then he finally divorces and he's like, sick, now I can finally marry this bitch, and then she dies and he's like, oh damn man, life is hard.
I'm happy to believe anything you say. I forget
that's the basic deal. Actually wait, no, because all I know
is my family were Protestants a long time ago.
Really?
Yeah, I was a French Protestant. I was a Huguenot.
You know what? I reckon I was a Huguenot as well, because I have a French surname, and I probably got on the boat at some point from good old France.
Well,
French actually.
Ours has technically changed from Pontin. I think before we were Ponting. That was the French name. That was the French one.
That's a random little change.
I don't know why we dropped the G.
Maybe it was accidental. Maybe someone misheard your name and wrote it down wrong. As a Ponting,
we owned a state. And we did have a family crest.
Oh, maybe not then.
Because we were fought in wars, and I think we were we owned some properties once upon a time.
Our ancestors could have totally
now
fought in
Pontins
the
is
same
only
war
associated with one thing: the family holidays. I've led my entire life saying I'm not related to them. Apparently, we're distantly related to people who run the Pontins family holidays.
Really?
Very distantly, though. I don't see an inch of that money.
Not close enough to get any,
I wish
holidays.
So. I have mentioned it before, I think, on this podcast, but I have a friend who's India Tanqueray of Tanqueray Gin.
Really?
But their ancestor gambled away that leash, the lead.
No,
they have
really?
No claim to the Tanqueray heirloom.
Oh shit!
Apart from the name.
They gambled it.
Yep. So at this point in their life, I can't imagine that point in their life where they're like, we could have been billionaires if our great great grandfather Jem decided to gather it, send it all away. We could have been billionaires. Like, I think I couldn't live a single day of my life without thinking about it.
I don't know,
I think it's getting very depressing after a while.
You know,
every time you order Tanqueray Gin, it's like, I could have owned you.
Well, I'm going to say, I don't usually order a Tanqueray Gin, and I think if that did happen to me, which I kind of wish it had.
She doesn't even like Tanqueray, which is pretty funny.
She doesn't even like Tanqueray?
No, but she can get it free places sometimes if they see her ID. And they're like, Tanqueray Gin is like, are you related? She's like, I'm related, don't have, not connected. And they're like, here's a free shot. And she's like, yay.
That's pretty cool though. Damn.
It's cool. Like, that's the most you can get. You can't get anything from Pontin's Holidays. You don't tell them. Actually, go to Pontin's Holidays. Maybe we were like, well, if they find it funny, they didn't. They were like, whatever. There's sometimes old Pontins here. I'm like, okay, well, whatever then.
Fuck you guys then. Okay.
Yeah.
But no, the
Balance is better. Centre Parks is better, actually.
No, man, Centre Parks. I hate Centre Parks.
Really?
Yeah, I had bad experiences there as a child.
Please go on.
No.
We have another podcast which is completely dedicated to talking about family holidays.
Really?
Yeah, it's not a comparison. It's a TrickingCerberus one.
There's no real like story or plot to this.
Did you get bitten by a duck or something?
No, just general like vomit and more vomit.
Isn't that just like childhood though?
Childhood, just like very
childhood
is series of instances
vomits
in which you're
and
ill.
falling over and damaging your knee. That is like entire childhood.
Man, yeah, I used to mess my knees up so much, but you're kind of proud of it as a kid.
Yeah.
And you have all those scars and
and then like as an adult you're like, I have so many fucking like permanent scratches because as a kid I didn't take more care.
I don't know, I quite like them in a way though. I feel like maybe it's different for a guy, but for me it's still kind of like, these are my little war wounds. I had that fight with sticks. And,
well, I was talking about burns earlier because I have quite a few accumulated. I was I wish I could at least remember why I got some of them.
Or do you though? But it's like more fun to make up the stories to yourself. And seeing as you don't know if it's true or not.
I assume I did this one on a fire, maybe a bonfire, maybe it's...
Yeah.
A
little reference there.
Wow. I'd be great at segues. If you sponsor us, I will do great segues for you. That was like my main reason to sponsor us. I want to promise that we'll have them out. In fact, I missed like the entire of last week because I was ill. But
yeah, you mentioned.
Yeah, I tried to record a podcast and it was literally just like coughing in between not understanding me because my voice is so broken. And it was like I was right up to the mic because my voice was so quiet and it was just ridiculous. I was like, this cannot be released. This is not good in any way. It's not even so bad it's good. It's just like I can understand the comedy in listening to someone like dying on mic, but it just wasn't funny. It was just a bit like, ooh, that person just needs
painful.
to go to sleep. They need some honey. But
honey when you're ill is the best.
It is.
Anyway, sorry. I keep on.
No, I've started it as well this time.
I'm like, throwing out these tangents.
The bonfire plot was like the actual bonfire that came from it is probably the best thing that came from any kind of like historical event.
Yeah, any kind of conspiracy.
Yeah. Do you have a conspiracy about perfume adverts?
Yeah,
make one up right now if you don't know.
Yeah,
you
sure.
do. So
basically, there is no such thing as perfume.
Okay. It's just we project.
Yeah, it's all a placebo effect.
Oh yeah.
So you think you smell something nice, but it's actually just because someone's very good looking. You see.
Oh, okay.
You can't smell nice.
What about when you put it on yourself? Is it just like, it's like the shower gel you used earlier? Like, it does smell nice, but it was just the shower gel.
Shower doesn't smell either. It's all in your mind. You just see some ooze in your hand, and basically, when your body sees something as strange as that. You know, like shower gel looks proper weird sometimes. Especially exfoliating one. It's got little like pieces of crap in it. What the fuck is this?
Yeah, but sometimes put sparkles in there just to throw you.
Exactly, just to piss you off. And then you see that stuff. And in your head you're like, damn, why am I putting this on my skin? Am I an insane person?
Yeah.
And it's like a survival response in your head which tells you, no, you're not insane. There's a reason for this. And you're like, what the fuck could that be? Why and your brain is like,
I would argue that perfume you can't actually see. All you see is clear liquid. But that just adds to it. If it's clear liquid, what are you seeing? You're just seeing water.
And you're like, it's not water. I put it on my mouth and it stung.
Do you know what? It makes a lot of sense. I think like maybe they just bottle water from places with really weird water. So maybe it does smell a bit.
Yeah.
But it's not like they don't actually produce it. They just use bottled water
up in the mountains.
Yeah. And you're like, oh, actually, let's put a bottle with that. It should be like round the corner. It's like just like out of the sewage chain, just straight from there. Like, oh, it smells a bit, but maybe people are into this.
Yeah, this little weird kind of funk. Or maybe it is just like these random little pieces of water. And there's like villages around some of them. And these capitalist bastards come over and exploit the shit out of these kids. It's like living by the water, and like oil, you know.
Yeah, well, I mean like water in general. I mean I know this is probably bottled water is clearly just like taken from a tap somewhere. Like most of it is. Like in California, that's all it is. It's just a tap.
Yeah.
But you don't want to think because what you're buying is actually just the convenience of the water bottle.
Yeah.
I stick it to people. I hold onto a bottle for like a month.
You should. It's good. It's handy.
Apparently though, it like the plastic gets bad after a while, and you should not do that.
Oh really?
But I do not care because I do not want to buy a water bottle every day.
Yeah. You know what? I'd rather like sacrifice a bit of my health than like pollute the environment too much because I'm already doing it quite a bit.
I should just buy a water bottle, one of those permanent water bottles. But I feel like that's too much effort to carry around water.
Yeah.
But I think we have compared.
We really rigorously
we've said
apart.
some things.
Some things have been said.
Some relevant things have been said. I think I'd call this a successful attempt at comparing the gunpowder plot and perfume adverts.
If we were to, on whatever platform, compete them.
Yeah.
In however you want to structure in your head, who wins? Gunpowder plot or perfume adverts?
Well, here's the thing.
Abstractly.
Perfume adverts make a lot of money for perfume. Right, that is a successful industry. The gunpowder plot is famously a failed attempt at something.
Shit. So perfume adverts win.
Yeah, one is clearly successful. One is the failure.
Totally rocks it. You're totally right.
I like this idea that when you came to this podcast, you were like, they're gonna fight, they're gonna battle it out. Which is the better perfume advert? So I was gonna say, Jerry's like this perfume bot with like boxing gloves, just beating up Guy Fawkes, who's already like strapped to.
He's already been burnt a fair.
Yeah, he's just like on fire. He's strapped something, but the perfume bottle still wants to get a few good hits in.
He does not have a chance.
Yeah,
that's actually quite cruel.
Yeah.
I think morally, gunpowder plot wins because
because it wants to blow up an entire government. Perfume advert just wants to sell perfume.
Yeah, basically.
Because one's not a capitalist pig. Yeah.
Yeah. Whereas
one's standing up to the fascists.
It's basically communism versus. Why did they want to blow it up? No, I think they just wanted to blow it up to make a statement. They weren't even I mean, it wasn't even around at the time, but the closest thing you get to socialism in 1605, I guess. But
they had their version of it. They wanted to protest something.
Bastards.
Yep.
Trying to change
Stick
things.
To the man.
Get out of here. Get out of here.
Young punks.
Damn. Alright, yeah, perfume wins though.
Perfume wins.
Perfume wins.
Alright, thank you for joining me, Will.
Thank you, Ronnie. Thank you for bringing me on here. I had a good time.
Yeah, would you be back again?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Sweet.
For sure. Unless what else comes up in your random generator.
Yes. Alright. Yep, so that's it.
Excellent. Goodbye, everyone.
Bye.